Welcome back. We're going to have the second of our short video clips, and so I'm starting this one because our focus is on holy places and sacred times and holy people. I thought we'd actually start here in front of the high altar at the cathedral, because this is in a sense the holiest place within the cathedral here in Grafton. You can see straight away from the candles and the carved woodwork and the beautiful windows that are just above it and around it, and all the other decoration. You may not quite be able to make out the marble steps, but you certainly get the idea that this is a very special place. So we're going to just do a very quick scan around this eastern end of the cathedral, starting here in the side chapel and then moving around to get a slightly different angle on the high altar, and particularly the stained glass windows. And we switch across to the other side. It might take a little bit of time for the light to adjust, but hopefully you'll get some idea of just how spectacular some of these beautiful stained glass windows are. And many of them, of course, have been donated in memory of particular people. Again, this gives you a bit of a sense of what the cathedral looks like and what a special place it is in the city of Grafton. So we're having a little bit of a sneak guided tour behind the scenes of the cathedral right now. Here you can see some of the candles that we use in the processions. In their various racks just above that and behind that, you can see some of the ceremonial staffs that are used, including the bishop's staff, which of course is designed to look like a shepherd's crook, to remind the bishop and to remind the people that the bishop is the shepherd, the one who's looking after God's sheep. You can also see some of the processional crosses, and if we just zoom down here a little bit, you can even see some of the equipment that we use for the incense, because a holy place doesn't just look holy, but it also needs to smell holy. In the behind the scenes section, just getting a little bit of a sense of some of the different robes that are going to be worn by the priests and the other ministers at the cathedral, because one of the things about holy days and holy times is that we use colours, different sorts of colours, to represent different symbols and different aspects of our faith. As you can see, the stained glass windows in the cathedral are very beautiful, but they also tell the stories of the faith, and they take stories out of the Bible, and they take stories out of different people's lives. They're all different brightness, different sorts of colours. We'll come up here to some of the most recent ones that have been put into the cathedral, and these are just on the right hand side when you come in through the big doors at the western end of the cathedral. Now we're going to go outside and we're going to look at a couple of other parts of the grounds which are what make this place such a sacred place or a special place for people in Grafton. If you don't already know the story of the little doll that's inside the cathedral, that might be something that you'd like to come and check out sometime. There's this doll here in a case just on the right hand side after you come in, and there's a little note about the story below it. And up outside the front door of the cathedral, way up really high, there's a matching little doll, and there's a special story that goes with these two dolls. Around on the northern side of the cathedral, on the side closest to the shopping world, you'll see we have a couple of really beautiful little gardens. There's a circular garden here, and a little bit further along there's a garden which is shaped like a cross. And in the gardens, in both lots of gardens and around the outside, there are special flowers that have been planted, and lots of people from around the Grafton area choose to have their ashes put here after they've died, and so this becomes a really special place for their families to come and remember their mother or their brother or their grandparents, or sadly sometimes a child. And some people like just to come and sit quietly, use the free Wi-Fi, and just soak up the atmosphere in this very special sacred place. And then outside the cathedral, on the outside wall behind the altar and under the great big stained glass windows, we have some other very special memorials. And these are memorials to remember some of the people who were here as bishops over the years. And of course there are more bishops than the 4 or 5 that have plaques there, and we're about to put some other plaques up. But this is just one of the ways in which Grafton Cathedral, your cathedral, becomes a really special place, and a place that people like to come and light a candle, say a prayer, come and worship on Sunday, come on special holy days like Christmas and Easter.